Hello, my friends. Welcome in. It's the end of year 2 of our 11 Kids in 5 Continents Experiment series. The support on the series thus far has been absolutely outstanding. Keep it up, hitting that like button, leaving those comments. There's actually been so many comments. I actually had some business travel that I was dealing with that I've struggled to keep up, but you know, you're stretching me as a YouTuber, so keep it up. I do also want to give 2 shout outs to 2 new patrons on the channel. Hugo Schutz coming in at the higher level tier. Josh Doler coming back to us. He was a patron last year. He was actually in the FM19 Experiment. If you haven't watched that, he ended up at, I think, Saint Etienne, if I can get that out correctly. Today, my friends, we're going to hop right in, take a look at Greg Baxter's agent screen. But one of the comments I did get, and I always take, you know, comments into consideration, is when I record these, I haven't looked at these in advance. So like when you see a shocked look on my face, it's a genuine shocked look on my face, right? But he said, hey, why don't you blur the whole thing, and then you can be shocked and react, and then look at each player, and then we can all be shocked like multiple times in the video. So we're gonna try that, and I'd like your feedback in the comments as to what you think about that. Of course, in the series intro, I said I was going to blur things out, and then I didn't. But, you know, that's how it goes. So let's go in and see what's going on with our players. Has anybody moved? I don't know. Let's go find out. Here we go. Greg Baxter. Baxter, Broadway, and Bros. Oh, we've had some moves, my friends. And you can't, well, maybe you can see there's a little bit of a color. I'm not sure how effective my blurring will be. We have one player that has a transfer status of by request. Let's hop in, each player at a time. Let's take a look at Juan. He's at Universidad de Chile. That's different. He's on loan. Okay, so he's still with his original club, but they've loaned him out. 15 first touch, looks like that's improved as a whole. I changed this. This is something that we went in and changed because it was on biography, and in both of my series, people have said, why don't you put it on the attributes octagon or thing? I don't know how many points that is. We're not going to count it. All right, let's take a look. He's on loan for 30 a week. What's the contract? They're paying 7.25 a month, and they're paying him 30 a week. Oh, that's, I think they're doing you there, mate. He's got his contract started at, same contract until the end of next year. So he's got 18 months left on his deal. He's on a rotation with Universidad de Chile with an optional future fee of 608 grand. What? But they are paying through the nose for someone that is only getting 30 a week. What on earth is that about? He's had, okay, so this is essentially calendar year season. He's had 3 starts, 2 subs, 5 goals in the Copa Chile MTS, which I'm assuming is some sort of competition, on a 7.52, and 1 non-competitive game with a goal and 2 assists on an 8.6. When did he join? He just joined. Okay, that makes more sense then, lads. Before that, he had 15 league starts, 6 goals and assists, 5 players of the match on a 7.08, and 2 cup starts, 3 goals on an 8.15, and they still let him go on loan? I'm just saying. I mean, they're in 14th. They could use some help. I mean, they've let him go up to, okay, the best team right currently in the top division in Chile, but that's a bit, maybe he was like, I got to get out of here, get me some better playing time, but they could really use, I mean, 5 players in the match and 6 goals and 15 starts is, you know, not bad. That's better than 1 goal every 3 games, right? That's like, what, 1 every 2.5? Well, that's a bit interesting in my opinion. So he just got loaned, because at first you're like, wow, they've not, I mean, they played him in whatever 3 cup games with 2 of those being subs, but what's the actual deal? So maybe it's just because he just moved. Let's take a look at the injuries. He's only had a bruised knee and sprain. Oh, that was pretty bad. That was at the beginning of, okay, so maybe that, but maybe that's at the beginning of this calendar year season. So he's out for 5 weeks and then came back and then played 15 games, right? And then they loaned him. So it still doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, personally. That, that's just me. Take a look at his stats here. Does it show? Hold on just a second. Okay, here we go. So this was another comment that I got. I said, hey, you can look at, if you look at their form, you can see what positions they've played in. But is it... Okay, that's for the current squad that he's loaned out to. Okay, so twice as a striker, once as an attacking midfielder. Striker seems to be better, but let's go back and look at his the club that owns him. Striker all day long. Striker all day long. So that's an interesting thing. We'll try and do that as we go, especially with players where they have multiple roles. Where do you think Juan ends up? Is he going to see out his contract? The loan deal is less than his current value, so will Universidad de Chile buy him, or will he move elsewhere? That's quite interesting. Okay, let's go take a look at our next player. And I forgot to mention, he's up to 18 under-20 caps with 6 under-20 goals. Grant Corrigan has left Sterling Albion and moved to Rangers. He's on $3,000 a week, my friends. Let's find out when that happened. February of this year, he moves $3,000 a week. He's on contract for another 2 seasons. If he can get 25 games, he gets a $400 a week raise. He gets a relegation wage drop if they get relegated. Problems at Rangers. 10% wage rise. So either way, next season, he's up to $3,300. Remaining loyalty bonus, $13,500. $675 at appearance. Not bad, my friend. Let's go take a look. Oh, they only paid $22,000. Oh, $22,000. Sterling needs to negotiate better. They got promoted. He had 7 league starts. This is because he moved in the middle of the season. 3 goals on a 6.94. 5 cup starts, no goals on a 6.64. Not really great, actually. I mean, maybe that's why his value dropped a little bit. And then he's had 1 league start and 1 sub on a 6.45 and a cup sub on a 6.6. And then he's played 16 non-competitive games as a starter. 7 subs, 4 goals, 5 assists, 6.9. Has he had any like crazy injuries? He's had groin, twisted ankle. That was over a year ago. I guess I must have missed it last time. Out for 4 weeks, but he's not had, knock on wood, like an 8-month, horrific injury. 6 under 21 caps with 1 under 21 goal in the. Okay, let's go take a look at the form because I think that's interesting. So again, this is all over the place. I guess this is his. What is this? 1920. I'm all over the park. Is this in the... Okay, let's just take a look. Playing him as a midfielder. At the end of the day, wherever it's at, I'm guessing this is the league games, but it could be... There could be cup stuff thrown in here as well. But he's playing midfield. So he's not playing the DM role, he's playing midfield. Now, at... Oh, it doesn't have... Sterling. Okay. For the under 21s, he's getting, I mean, that just happened. That's this past month in the game against Poland and Finland's under 21s. Off at 36. That doesn't sound good. Yikes. But again, it looks like he's playing midfield against the Hamilton reserves. He played in a DM role. Okay. Aberdeen reserves in a DM role. So he's had some of that. But primarily he has played more just the midfield role. So that's a bit interesting there. Looking at his attributes, not very flary, but look at the acceleration and agility. My goodness, what is he, an advanced playmaker? First touch, long shots, passing is okay. He can tackle though, so that's a little interesting to me. If you look, obviously, because again, you all requested this, attacking not so great. Very, very, very fast. So that's what's helping Grant, I guess, move up in the world. He's very, very pacey. $85,000, and you paid $3,000 a week. That seems a bit aggressive on a rotation. He's had the under 21 qualifying, 2 starts on a 7.45. Let's just take a look here. Can we see how they've done? Oh boy, what have I done? Looking for Scotland. Anybody seen Scotland? They are in 4th place on 7 points with Norway at 16 points. So that's not looking too good for the under 21 Euros. I am curious. Let's just take a look at Rangers. Oh my. Okay, that's okay. I thought, yeah. So they came in 2nd last season when that's why they brought him in, to get him over the line, right? Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was for sure. Let's go take a look at Sterling Albion. I'm curious because he helped them obviously get promoted to League One, and they survived in League One. Oh my, they came in 3rd. Goodness me. So you go from down here, 7th place in 15-16, then you get Grant Corrigan, you get promoted, and then you finish 3rd at the first time of asking. Not bad, my friends. So I'll have to see how he develops. That's pretty interesting to me. I mean, $3,000 a week. My goodness. Okay, let's go take a look at our next player. All right, my friends. Jordan Bradford is still at Serang. He's at 13 international caps. He doesn't have any goals. Jordan, what you doing with your life, brother? What you doing with your life? Let's take a look. This season thus far, I mean, he's on contract until the end of next year. 13 starts, 15 conceded. 2 clean sheets. Saves tipped 8. Okay, does it not have the no penalty? He's not had to defend a penalty. Where's that penalty taken? Anyway, 6-7-3 in the league. I mean, he's 18, right? He's 13 international caps. That's unbelievable, really. Unbelievable. Let's take a look here. Let's look here. Hello. Okay. Injuries. Sprained wrist ligaments just happened. Minor, 2 days. Okay, not a big deal. Let's just look at the career stats. So last calendar year we saw kind of in between. They obviously got promoted, would be my guess. Yes. So 33, not 13, 33, 32 conceded. I mean, that's pretty good, right? I did get some flack because I was giving the 16-year-old at the time, Jordan Bradford, or 17-year-old, like, oh man, you got 8 conceded at 12, not bad. It's like less than a goal a game, bro. Well, same thing, less than right at a goal a game. With 14 clean sheets, that's pretty darn good on a 6.9. Maybe it's hard to get the ratings up for for the goalkeepers. Versus 9 starts in international competition with 12 conceded. That's not bad with a clean sheet on a 6.74. And then thus far this season, 13 with 15 conceded. So, a little bit more than last season, but it comes and goes with only 2 clean sheets. But they are, they were in the higher division last season, I guess, as well. With 4 international starts with 5 conceded with a clean sheet on a 6.43. Let's just take a look here, my friends. Let's just look at all teams. You can kind of see it thrown, role unknown. It's, okay, it doesn't know if it's goalkeeper or sweeper keeper. I'm like, it's goalkeeper. It should be known. Just look at who are they playing against? Nepal on a 6.2. It's not the best. And then Thailand on a 6.4. So, a 5.4 against Jordan. But that was preceded by a 7.7 against Nepal. So like he's young, he's developing and growing. Same contract. We'll have to see what happens there. He's not gone anywhere, but maybe, just maybe, with him getting, look at this. They were 164th, but once Jordan Bradford shows up on the scene, they're now 144th. That's actually significant, right? That's 20 spots up. And did he play here? Yes, Chinese Taipei. So 6.9 back to back, huh? 5 days later. Interesting. Or a home and away legs. Okay. And a 6.2. But they were able to get through because they had the one goal here. So, right, they were able to get through, right? Right. Did they not get through? How did they not get through? Am I crazy? No. They got through. I just can't, apparently. I can't see things. Or something. Or maybe like the next stage hasn't started. I'm not very familiar, as you might imagine. There's only 2 rounds. I'm very confused at this moment in time. Let's look at the World Cup qualifiers. They're not Nepal. They are tied for third with 10 points. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to overcome, obviously, because the qualification symbol there. Thailand. But, you know, doing all right. It's good for their development. I just think it's interesting that he's like right in 16, 17, 18 years old. You know, off we go, my friends. Not eccentric at all. It's a 1. It's almost in the middle. 6'1", good natural fitness. My goodness, needs to work on some of the physicals though, doesn't he? So we'll have to see how he ends up. He's got 18 months left on his deal. Let's go look at our next player. All right, my friends, Jonathan Needham has requested to leave. He is the one that has requested to leave. He is wanted by 15 clubs. He's making $2 grand a week. Signed a new contract last year. We should have seen that, yes. With a minimum fee release clause of 250 grand. Interesting. He's on a key player contract. So he's only worth 66 grand. So that's probably where there's some conflict, right? His agent, Greg Baxter, is like, let's get you out of here, mate. And they're like, we got a minimum release clause. And he's like, I don't care. I want to get out of here. Listed by request, they're asking 250. But apparently, people are interested. They've all offered 250. This all just happened. So it's more to me like, where is Cimarrones going to choose to send Jonathan Needham? Does he get a say in that? Does his agent, Greg Baxter, get a say in that? Look at all the offers. He is going to be on the move because they're all going to meet his release clause. Roma with a little interest. Interesting for sure. Let's see what has led to this. What has led to this, my friends? 19-20 season. 24 starts, no subs, no goals, 2 assists on a 6.68. I mean, he is a midfielder, but that's okay. I mean, I could kind of see why he's worth 66 grand a little bit. It's curious, though, that there are clubs that are that interested, that they're willing to pay 250 for that type of production, if that makes sense. Olympic Games, North America, qualifying, 2 starts, 2 subs, so he's into the national team on a 6.32. 19 under 20 caps with 5 under 20 goals. Not the best, really. Okay, so they made the final and eliminated the United States. Of course they did, because that's what Mexico does, and they won the qualification final. 2K week. Has he had injuries? Okay. Gashed upper leg, nothing like super long, just like your nicks and knocks and all that kind of stuff. Let's take a look. He's playing all midfield, as you could tell. So, oh man, he's playing Cimarrones B and 3. It's kind of been hit or miss. He had a great game against Atletico San Luis. Played the full 90. That's the best result since he played against Club America. So what's going on there, my friends? Very, very fast. Look at this. Agility, acceleration, pace. Very, very fast. Really good vision. Okay technicals. Not great aerials, you know, with the 9 jumping reach and the 8 heading. Mentals. Not very good defending. Again, I'm thinking like advanced playmaker or something like that. Not even box to box because his dribbling's so poor. But where will Jonathan Needham end up? Let's find out next time. Big changes, my friend. Mike has moved from, what is it, Bradford town? Whatever, Northern Ireland to Watford. He has 2 international caps now, 10 under 21 with no goals. Playing on the wing, he's kind of all over the place. We'll have to see where, you know, if we look at his form, has he been playing in the, you know, wing back role, or is he playing on the left or the right, or well, look at the I mean, he looks like a tasty prospect, my friend. Look at the physical, 16 agility, 16 pace, crossing and dribbling. Dangerous player for Watford. Look at the speed, the technical abilities, almost to the dark green. Aerial, not so much. 5'8" with 4 jumping reach, 7 heading. He's not. You wouldn't put that player in the box to get on the end of a corner or anything like that. He'd deliver the corner. Maybe it's only a 10. 11 determination, up to 5.75K a week. Doesn't really know how to defend. 8 tackling, so you really don't want to play him in the wingback role unless you absolutely have to. This is the guy you want burning down the sidelines, pinging in those crosses. Maybe if you play him as an inside forward, doing some dribbling as well. First touch is incredible. Looking quite good, my friends. Let's see what Banbury... Oh, 24 grand. They've been done. They have been done in. He did... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Oh, they got relegated. So, okay. Let's look. Last season, 15 league starts on a 7.4 with 6 assists. So, again, not banging in the goals. 8 cup starts with 4 assists on a 7.25. He got the attention of Watford and made the move. When did he move? Let's see. They got 2 league starts on a 6.65 with 1 assist. He was just settling in. That's what it was. Moved in January. So January transfer window, makes the move. Optional extension of 1 year. He's good for, 2 seasons. 47.5 as a sign-on bonus. Wow. Look at that. Oh, he's looking quite good, my friends. Look at the form here. Okay, so with Watford, played on the right. Surely that's as an inside forward. He's left-footed. So he went the full 90 as well against Cardiff. And he got an assist out of the deal. And then before that, Sheffield United injured in the 38th minute on a 6.4. But he came back 5 days later. So it couldn't have been that serious, right? Or no, he wasn't selected. So and then he was on the substitute bench. So maybe it was a little more serious. Let's take a look. Tight hamstring twisted. Oh, so it was the hamstring. 3 days. You're fine, mate. You're fine. Let's go back, though. Whoa. Let's go back here. Take a look at the form. So essentially, he was not selected. He was an unused substitute. That's interesting. So he comes in the January transfer window. They put him on the substitute bench for 3 games. Don't use him. And then they don't select him for 2 months. And then he's an unused substitute. And then finally breaks in to get his first start in the championship in April. And then let's take a look. Oh, it's not going to show. Okay, let's just show all the teams. See what we get here. So they've been playing him, again, against the under-23s, under-18s on the attacking midfield right, so like an inside forward. But then he also played on the left, which would be an attacking midfield winger, against Boreham Wood's under-18s as a left winger, like just a midfield. Hello? Hello? What is this? As a center back? Did we have an injury problem with the under-23s? And it's like, you go in. What is that? What is that? And then played on the left. Okay, but for Northern Ireland, he's played primarily midfield left once, or no, a couple times actually, midfield right. So probably more of like a 4-4-2 would be my guess, with it being Northern Ireland. But playing well, 7.6, 7.1, an assist. Doing a great job there. Where did he get? Let's just go to just Northern Ireland. Okay, just happened, Estonia and Algeria. So off 50 and then went full 90 on a 6.5. Oof. But then an 8.5 with an assist. So a bit up and down there with the 2 games, but not, I mean, and he's loan listed. Oh, they've loan listed him. So they pick him up and they use him a little bit, then they're going to send him back out. That's a bit harsh, I'd say. Oh, I can't believe it. I mean, I know it's the championship and like good players and such, but did they get promoted? Yes. Green dot means promotion, right? So international debut versus Algeria. Wouldn't it say that they got promoted? They're in the Premier League. Huh. That should show up here, right? That's what I'm thinking. But my goodness, I can't believe they're going to loan him out. I guess they don't think he's Premier League quality just yet. 5.75K a week. That is unbelievable. All right, my friends. Let's see our next player. It's Paul Coulomb, still with Rosenborg BK, 1.4K a week until, is it the same deal? No, he just signed a new deal in April with a little tasty, loyalty bonus. Team of the Year bonus division. 5.75K after 5 international caps. 5.75K after 5 international caps. Let that sink in for a minute. He's on 1.4K right now. Oh, there's something amiss in Norway. They're like, mate, don't call him up. Just call him up once. So he's 7 under 21 caps. No goals, obviously. No international senior team caps. Let's see how he's done here. Technical's looking good. Everybody is very pacey. is what I'm finding here. Oh, he's got, I can't believe he's defending. I mean, the tackling is really good. Marking is really good. Heading, not so much, but he could be more of a box-to-box, maybe. Let's take a look here. Injuries. Pulled abdominal muscle, pulled knee ligaments, but nothing like devastating. Knock on wood. Okay, interesting. Moved on a free. Only played in 2019 for the reserve team. Okay, so ended up with 9 total starts, or 8 starts and a sub, 2 goals and a 6.91. You know, he's just getting settled in, right? Then they loaned him. I don't think we knew that, to Sarpsborg 08. I guess it was a free because there's no dollar euro amount next to it in terms of the loan. He got 11 league starts. Okay, so that's in the same, like the top division. On a 6.68 with 2 assists. 12% shots on target. Not the best. Played for the reserve team once. And then this season, he's now in. He is now a starter for his team. So they've not loaned him out. He's had 14 starts on a 6.65 with 2 assists. 4 cup starts on a 7.07. Cup starts looking a bit better, you could argue, obviously. Specifically for Rosenborg, he is playing midfield. It doesn't say where in midfield. That's interesting that you don't know the role. I'm kind of curious why that's happening. So you can see all that. So anyway, so he's actively playing and starting. Let's take a look at the under 21s. Played in March, and then can I expand this column? Hello? No? Obviously this is 2019 altogether. So getting some playing time, right? Off 77, off 58, went the full 90 against Malta. You know, doing okay. Has he had any you can't do both. Okay, so last time was in June. And then he graduated to the under 21s, as it were. If he can get 5 international starts, his wages go up, what is that, like 3 times? A little bit more than 3 times? 4 times? Something like that. It goes up a lot, right? Over $4,000 in one shot. But he needs to start performing a little bit better in league play. 14 starts on a 6.65 is not the best. How did Rosenborg end up? Okay. I mean, it's still middle of the season. So last season they finished 5th. They're currently 5th. That's a bit of a surprise. But they're only 4 points off. So there's still, a long season to go. Long season to go. He doesn't have anything. I was going to check on Norway, but he doesn't, he's not on the senior team just yet. So that's what's going on with Paul. Next up, we've got Asel Headland. That red text on blue. Unbelievable. Still with Albion. Allegedly 170 a week if I can read it. Good pace, good technique or technicals. Techniques 11. Crossing and dribbling. He's that winger. Just again, you'd think more of the attacking midfielder on the right because he's right-footed. Just run down the line, ping it in, mate. You've got the crossing to get it done. Let's see how he's done. Okay, he wrapped up last season with 2 substitute appearances. And thus far this season, not a single one. He's on contract for another year with all kinds of release clauses, relegation clauses. If he reaches a certain number of games, which he's not going to, he gets a 20 euro a week raise. Oh, I'm nervous about. He wants to leave. He's unhappy, so he's letting that know. It's that agent, ambition and, hey, mate, we got to get you out of there. Fairly determined, but some of the mental's not great. The other technical's not great. Looks to have some gaps in his game. Cannot defend to save his life. Well, he's an attacking midfielder, right? Like, what do you want from him? Not a lot to show you. I mean, he has 11 under 20 caps. What is this all about? So maybe he got called up internationally, but he's not made the team. Okay. He's in the mix, right? So he's been playing Germany, under 20s, Brazil, Belgium, and this is all last month, right? So that he's in the mix there. But what is... Where did that go? What is this? On international duty. I'm not sure because those are not countries. So that's weird that it's calling it international duty. Or he missed the game because he's on. Hey, he missed it because he's on international duty. Right. That's I knew that. I was just testing. I was just making sure if you knew. That's definitely what happened there. He's not injured. It's just he has not really developed. So, Olympic Games, South American qualifying. He got a start. Okay, so what happened there? They didn't qualify. This is what it looks like to me. Oh, they finished bottom with a point. So we'll have to see. He's worth 12.5K, and he wants a chance in the first team and has asked to leave. So will Mr. Headland still be with us? Will he have moved teams, or is he going to retire? We'll find out next time, I guess. Next up, we have Andrew C. Still with UKM. Still on €6 a week. Midfielder / attacking midfielder. You can see this. He's getting into the light green on some of the things. Not on the physicals. Not so great. Defending, not so great. Again, I'm thinking like advanced playmaker. Right. Yeah. Still on his original contract. He's good until the end of next season, November of 2021. Let's just take a look here. So last season wrapped up. He had 18 starts, 2 goals, 6 assists. Not bad. 1 assist every 3 games, right? 6.77 with 2 cup games on a 7.2. Quite nice. And then thus far in a half season, so the improvement, right? He's played more games in the first half of this season than he did in all of last season. So that's positive. 19 league starts, 2 assists or 2 goals and an assist. The assist number has dropped a little bit, you could tell, on a 6.71. A 1 cup start with a goal and an assist. What a game. And only a 7.0. How do you get a goal and an assist and just a 7.0? Anybody want to explain that one to me? Bruised ankle, twisted ankle. Okay, had a calf strain last year that lasted 4 weeks. That's interesting. That was the major. The moderate 4 weeks twisted ankle happened in January of this season, but nothing too aggressive here. Okay, has primarily played as an advanced or attacking midfielder, so I'm guessing that's got to be advanced playmaker, right? Versus just like an attacking midfield role, my guess. That's what's happening. That's my guess there. This is the game, right? An assist and a goal. I'm guessing that was the cup game. On a 7.0. He played... Okay, he played the full 90. That seems... I don't know. That's a lot of time to not, get in there and only have a 7.0. And then, let's see, 10, 14, 19. So we didn't see it in the last episode, I guess. He's getting in against the under 23s. So he's up to what? He's just capped at the under 23 level is all that it says. Well, that's not very useful now, is it? Why can't you give me the numbers? Weird. So he's getting some appearances. I'm trying to be positive here, Andrew. The physicals are rough. What happens? Because at the next episode, it'll be July of 2021. So will he have signed a new contract, or will he have moved on? Will they have sold him to try and cash out the 39 grand while they could? But he's not had a senior cap. We will have to see. Do you see what I did there? We'll have to see. Anyway, I'm going to use that a lot. Jean Oscotan, still with Capentili, still 35 a week. He's wanted, though. Okay, curious. Oh, my. Those are some big names, my friend. He's worth 425. He's good until next. He's still on the original contract. Yep. Good until the end of next season. He's got 18 months left on the deal. Does Cabinteely cash in? I mean, surely they do. Surely they do. Is he really worth 425 though? Oh my. Good dribbling first touch. Oh, again, I'm thinking advanced playmaker. That's what makes sense to me. Can't jump to save his life. Those are some big names. That's all I'm saying. Several of the data points up here are in the light green, moving towards the dark green, as you can tell. Last season ended up with 27 starts, 4 goals, 7 assists on a 6.93. Not bad for the youngster in the senior team. 6 cup starts with 4 assists on a 7.18. Also not bad. They got promoted, obviously, to the Premier League. And currently he's had 18 starts with a goal and 4 assists on a 6.76. I mean, it's higher level, right? Going to the top division. 2 cup starts on a 6.9. Has he had, let's keep his history after retirement. Thank you very much. That's not really what I wanted, actually. Injuries, nothing major. Okay, pulled ankle ligaments, 2 weeks. He's doing okay. Where has he been playing? In the midfield. So that's curious. So he's getting some goals and some assists from that midfield. Is it because Cabinteely is playing a 4-4-2? Like, you're not seeing any, attacking midfield, even though that's his best position. He's getting in with the under-21s with Ireland. Okay, so that's this season and then 2019. So getting in there, not selected unused substitute, but then, coming in as a sub for 10 minutes with extra time. And then, getting 71, 74 minutes, not bad. He didn't get a rating. He goes 74 minutes without a rating. What happened there? Nobody knows. And then obviously in 2019 against Andorra, you got the goal and 2 goals and an assist. Why is it that way? Shouldn't it be goals then assists? Just saying. So 5 under 21 caps, 2 under 21 goals. Can he break into the senior team? Can he just get a call up to the Irish senior team to kind of, see what it's like? If he makes the move to the Premier League, again, I'm thinking they'd loan him out probably, but that would be massive for Cabinteely. They could, develop, more players obviously and invest. Maybe they'll buy a youth facility. Who knows? But we'll have to see what happens. That is interesting. I'm really curious about next episode now, my friends. I am really curious about next episode now. Now, let's go take a look at our next player. It's Marcus from still with the Young Lions. He's up to 13 international caps with 4 goals, 15 a week. Still on his youth deal. Sorry, I'm kind of coughing. I mean, international, right? It's just interesting. I mean, look at the physical. I mean, this is a good player. It's a good player. I'm surprised no one has come in for him yet. Maybe it's too obscure of a league. All right, he wrapped up last season with 21 starts, 8 goals and assists, 2 players of the match on a 6.92, 3 cup starts with an assist on a 6.93, 8 international starts with a sub with 3 goals on a 6.9. And then thus far this season, there's 21 league starts last season. He's up to 13 with a sub, 9 goals and 5 assists. My goodness. Production, my friends. Fewer games, more goals, 4 more assists. 1 more player of the match thus far in this half of the season on a 7.19 with a cup start with no rating. Did he go out early? Interesting. 4 international starts with a goal and an assist on a 7.25. Injuries. Sprained wrist ligaments. He's wearing protective gear. Mate, you're a striker. You hand a God. We can't do that to try and score goals, okay? Some 2-week, 3-week things, but not bad, not bad. Let's look where they've been playing him. Shocking, it's at striker. Okay, I'm guessing that's where, okay, injured 12 minutes. Maybe that's what happened with one of those appearances. Curious. And then, I mean, he's playing. He played 2 games against Laos, South Korea, Kuwait. I mean, these games are 3 days apart, 5 days apart, and he is going the full 90 in both of those. 4 days apart, going the full 90, 7.8, I should say. A 9.5, just saw that. Just saw it. Yep, with an assist and a goal. Not bad, my friend. Not bad. So his international career is kind of really kicked off here because we would have only have seen these international appearances on last episode. So since then, he's played, another 9 international games and essentially gone almost the full 90 He went full 90 in 7 of them, if my math is correct there. And then 76, oh no, on at 76, and then off at 78. So he's getting lots of international exposure, which is, I mean, I know it's Singapore, right? I get it. But, you know, I mean, you'd think, I mean, they started off 165th, they're up to 163rd. It's not, I mean, big jump here. So let's see what happened there. They must have had a good run. A 5-1, right? Okay. All right. It's good. Where, there he is. He had one of the goals. So it's not like he didn't get a hat trick or anything, but they smashed them in the Asian Cup that thing. And surely, there must be something I don't understand about how this works, because you win 5 or 6-1 on aggregate. Why aren't you in the second round? I don't know. They lost 3-1 to South Korea, but, you know, 6.8. And then they lost. Okay, so that's not the best. 6 points. 5 goals for. How many of those are his? Okay, so he didn't score this one. Let's go back here. 1 of the 5. Okay, they didn't score there. They didn't score there. Against Kuwait. So 2. Okay, so he's got 2 of their 5. That's 40% of their World Cup qualification goals. 13 people. I think someone pointed that out in the last episode. 13 people. 13 people. 13. That's amazing. Wow. Wow. It's like if every player on the bench had a family member show up, that'd still be more than 13. You know, like all 11 starters and the however many people on the bench, or surely it's 7 at least, would get you. That's amazing. That is amazing. So we'll have to see what happens with Marcus here. He's good again until November of next season. You know, he's doing all right. It just, I mean, he's had a good run in this part of the league season. So curious to see what happens there. Let's take a look at another player. Last but not least, it is Danny Dobson. We were curious if he was going to move because he was relegated with the other team, Ubuntu Cape Town. That's what it was. That's interesting. It doesn't even show the team. They've gone. Nope. Disappeared. But he is signed as of August 31st. So we saw July, whatever it was, July 2nd, 2019 was the last episode. So 2 months later, he signs with Cape Town City. $2,100 a week, my friends. Okay. I thought that was a €20 bonus if he scored 5 goals. I read it wrong. I was like, what is happening? So Cape Town City is in the Premiership. So this is the top division of South Africa. He's got 4 caps and a goal for the South African senior team with 25 under 20 and 21 under 20 goals. That is smacking home some goals, my friends. Not a bad return, you could say. And 300 grand. He's wanted. Who's he wanted by? Ooh, international. Some Portuguese, Belgian, and Romanian teams. He's not loan status or transfer status. He's on a key player contract. Things have improved, right? So the 18-19 season, he's got 12 starts with a sub with 5 goals. They get relegated. He moves to Cape Town City, gets 25 starts, no subs, 7 goals, 3 assists, 2 players of the match on a 6.79. Good returns in the cup, 3 goals on 4 starts on a 7.2. And then 1 goal and 4, as we noted, with the international on a 6.53. He's not the best, you know. But, I mean, in contrast, right? He's moved up a division, technically 2, because they got relegated. And is making 2.1K for another 2 seasons. He's on a 6.79, and he's starting, and he's breaking into the senior team on the international scene here. So, obviously, playing him in the striker role. Lots of bringing him off. That's kind of curious. That's a lot of changes. 55, 75, 64. So he's not going the full 90 a lot. That's kind of curious to note. And then let's take a look. For South Africa here, we got, okay, off 81, off 48. So again, almost full 90, and then pretty much like a little bit, or, you know, off at the half or almost the half. Why would you play him 3 minutes in the second half unless it was an injury? Scored his goal against Turkey when he went, you know, the 81 minutes. But he's breaking in there. Looking quite nice, my friends. Will we see Danny play against Oscatan with Ireland at some point. Who knows? Who knows, my friends? All right, so that is all of our players. That's where we're at, my friends. I do want to go over one more thing with you. So again, thank you for the support on the series. We're gonna take this 1 year at a time. I think I had somebody ask, or a couple people ask in the comments, like, I wish there were more episodes. I currently have. I'll just show you. Let's just show you every League Loaded that you can play, including like the lower divisions, because I want to give them as many opportunities to move as possible. As the series goes along, and you know they get out of the basement, as it were, in some of their leagues, then I will delete leagues as we go, like the lower division leagues, right? Like that makes sense. But I want to give them as many opportunities to get picked up by any club anywhere. As you can see, well, no, you actually can't see. Can I move my chair in my head? There we go. Get to 212,000. You know, exceeds the recommended limit of 125. I've got a really good computer, but as you can see, the estimated game speed is horrific. It takes me about literally 7 or 8 hours to vacation one season. So that's why you're not going to see an episode every day, right? I'm hoping to get 2, maybe 3 out a week, you know, like maybe like a Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, something like that. Just kind of depends on how long it takes to process this, and then if I have time to record. So that's what's going on there. So make sure to hit the like button if you're newer in here, subscribe. Again, thanks to my patrons that we have included in this, but even if you're not included in this and you're a patron, thank you for your support on the channel. Link is in the description for that. But the last thing I want to go over with you is this here. The Total Soccer Show. I picked up their scarf here. Hello and welcome is what it says. That's like the phrase that they start the show. It's 2 guys, Daryl Grove and Taylor Rockwell, and Daryl is 38 and got the shock news in January that he has got stage 4 colon cancer. As I'm recording this, it was a couple days ago. He had surgery to remove the tumor, but it's apparently spread to his liver. It's not ideal. So if you are a fan of footballing podcast and you live in the United States, or what we would call soccer podcast, that's why it's a Total Soccer Show, because it's a US based show. They've got a GoFundMe, but at the very, even just listening to the show helps those guys out. This is a really difficult time. Daryl is very positive. It's impressive to listen to his mentality when he's been on the show recently about this. I mean, it's not a great diagnosis, as you might imagine. So just thought I'd share that. It's been something that's been, I've listened to them for years. When I used to travel a lot for work, they kept me sane on those flights. So shout out to the Total Soccer Show and to Daryl, and we're praying that that there's some sort of miracle in his life. So I thought I'd mention that. But again, thank you for your support on this series. It really does mean a lot. So hit that like button, leave a comment. I'm sure there's stuff that I've missed that you want to point out. Make sure you do that, and we'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.